from 3 to 7. I've got a very interesting guest. We've been hanging out, and in case you're just joining us right now, you missed out on a lot. I'm not gonna kid you. You missed out on a lot. So let's talk about now. You're on social media. You're everywhere, and we know it. Social media is not the best place to be. It's the best, but at the same time, it's not the best place to be. The trolls come in. Now you have been there for quite some time. Have you experienced trolling? Is there somebody somewhere decides to say something nasty? You have not done anything to them. You just put out content. You spent hours coming up with this, and then they just decide to say some nasty things. Has this happened to you?
Yeah, that has happened to me. And also there's this other side where people don't say the nasty things, but maybe they don't focus on the art.
Yes.
So I'll start with the nasty side.
So
starting out, and even now, because being an artist, I don't do my nails a lot.
Yes.
Because I mean, there's glue, there's cutting, there's all that stuff. So I normally don't do my nails a lot.
Okay.
So maybe post an art that maybe took like 10 days, or let me speak in hours, like maybe 168 hours, and then I put it out. Then
it becomes even complex if you talk about hours. I'm like, hey, how many days are those? I'm not thinking how I'm going to divide that by 24. Carry on.
And then someone on Twitter will be like, maybe you should do your nails. I'm just like, yo.
Why? Nails and art, they don't have any relation.
So there's that. And then there's this other side where I've also taken maybe like another example, 168 hours. Yeah. And then sometimes I want people to focus on the product and the service. And then people will be like, what's your skincare routine? Or nice shoes, where can I get those shoes? Which is good, because now like we've gotten brands to work with for hair, for skincare, through such comments, which is good. But I wish also guys focused on the art. The
art itself that you're putting out.
I can say it's getting better compared to how I started, and now I feel like Kenyans more and more they keep understanding my kind of art.
All right. So what is your favorite time to create? Do you have a particular time and you know this is gonna be a hit? A time that when you sit down, you're like, I will create magic.
I don't think I have one, because sometimes my manager will call me and be like, okay, change of plans, the deadline is in has been moved from this day to this day. So I've learned to be flexible, but if given the chance and I don't have the pressure, then honestly I'll say nighttime, because that's when you find me in the studio.
Nocturnal.
Like, you get the studio at like 7, leave at like 5. So between 7 and 12 noon, you'll find me sleeping. If I'm not under pressure.
And since we're talking about creating, where do you draw your inspiration from?
So it varies. It keeps changing. It's the conversations I have with people. Sometimes it's looking at things like today I saw a building that looks like harmonica. Right. And sometimes when I look at KCC, I naona inakaa mahindi choma upside down. As in it's from the things I see, the conversations I have. And of course, when I'm learning new stuff, I mostly go online. So when I'm learning a new maybe principle of animation and I see something, start practicing on it, then I get a way of pimping it up and making it my way. The Wixx way.
Right. Let's get a little personal, So you left 2 jobs. You were a project manager, you are a coder, you've got a diploma, 2 degrees. All this guaranteed you have a great job, get a good paycheck at the end of the month. Now you left all of that. You went into art. Would you say that you are satisfied with the returns that are coming from now doing your passion?
Yes.
You confidently say that, pays my bills, gets me the kind of lifestyle I want. Because you've also traveled across the country. You've been to multiple countries. So you'd say that this is something that has brought benefits to you as an individual in terms of the pocket.
I'll say I think it's one thing when you're chasing like your passion, you're
Yeah.
going after your own dream,
Okay.
because it becomes less about the money
Mm-hmm.
and more about how, like for me, I want an animation studio in Kenya, like the
Ah,
first miniatures art studio in Kenya.
right.
Like that's where my focus is at, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So in terms, yeah, it could be in money form, it could be in the type of knowledge I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like,
And the recognition, I'd like to think,
yeah, and
because
the
also if people
recognition,
abroad like your stuff, then they
yeah,
can talk about you in rooms you're not in.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I feel like yeah, we are, it keeps getting better,
It
yeah.
does.
Yeah,
It does.
there's no point you'll ever fika, like every day it's like a learning curve, yeah.
Correct.
Some days you're high, some days you're low, but at the end of the day, as long as I'm passionate about it,
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for the naysayers or the naysayers.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like, yeah, honestly, yeah, that's my thought.
Awesome. And also something very important. I want you, as we conclude, to tell me about your people who influence you, artists who you look up to. Have you expanded your mentors in the country? Because the last time I checked, you had one from the country.
Yeah.
Is there somebody you like or a number that you love
Yeah.
in Kenya and beyond?
Yeah. So in Kenya and beyond,
Yeah.
I'll say first of all, I feel like last year, like my team and I really took time to understand who the artists are in Kenya, and
Right.
even getting to learn like the different artists.
Correct.
So there's Edu who does like really amazing stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
online. We even went to Dawn Home and
Ah,
Buruburu uko ndani to see guys
wow.
who do graffiti and stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Mind blowing even.
Yeah, mind blown. And I was like, wow, this is such a big community. Yeah?
Right.
And then now international, there's this one person who I always mention, Christoph Neyman.
Yeah.
There's Pepperboy. Pepperboy is a guy who likes draws, cuts them out, and then places them on buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
He's really cool on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so those are my people. I really
You love them and you look up to them as well.
I love them so much. And even seeing how people do their own thing, I think it's inspiring, because now I've learned like even like animating softwares, because I started out the traditional way,
Yeah.
like drawing frame by
Right,
hand,
right,
and then
right.
now getting to learn software,
Yeah.
different softwares to draw and animate. Yeah.
So you've also expanded your skill set
Yes.
from these people.
Yes.
All right. So the 8th of March is International Women's Day. You're a woman. You're in an industry where not so many are in, and of course, if you also say it in public, people are like, okay, so exactly what does it entail? What are you doing? Are you making money out of it? Is your husband happy about it? Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So what's your word to ladies out there who are still, like in the shell and they want to break out but they can't because of the stereotypes? You are boldly here talking about it.
Yeah.
What's your word to them ahead of International Women's Day?
Oh, this is because I don't think I've even like ever said this in public, but I'll say this now.
Yes.
I think for me, my breakthrough, yes, it came 2021 January.
Okay.
But mind you, I started. Okay, this is leading somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
But mind you,
Okay.
I started off as a newbie in the industry, entertainment industry. I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about the industry, how much to charge, do rate cards, nothing. I had zero knowledge, and even asking around, guys couldn't help me, because what I was doing is a bit different,
Yeah.
because there's art materials and a lot of time involved. So guys, my friends couldn't help me.
Okay.
But my breakthrough really came through for me when I met a woman who's now my manager.
Your manager. Yeah.
And working with her has been such a big thing for me, I would
Yes.
say. So my advice to women will be, maybe get help from each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that would really help. Like if women came like together and be like, oh, so what are you good at? What are you good at?
Yeah.
Join forces.
An iron sharpens an iron.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
create something really amazing. Because now
Absolutely.
thinking about how I would be right now without my manager is like oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I
Yeah.
really love that. So your manager
Yeah.
has also helped you a big deal.
She's helped me a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Women's Day on the
Yes.
8th,
Uh-huh.
there's I'm really, really honored and humbled to be part of the jury in the Women in Kenyan Women in Film Awards.
Right.
Yeah, so that's happening on the 8th.
On the
And
8th,
then
okay.
during the day, I have a conference just encouraging high school
Women.
kids and
Uh-huh.
women
Right.
to go after their own dreams. It doesn't matter what you did in school or what you're doing in school,
Yes.
still know what your passion is and go after that. Yeah, so it will
Love
be a
that.
really brilliant day. I
Love
can't
that.
wait for it.
For more on Wixx, make sure
Yeah.
you go search her on socials, on Instagram, follow her, get to know about your future projects as well. Talk to us about where we can find you on Instagram so people can now, head on there and see some of these future projects you have, where you're going to be on International Women's Day, how they can engage with you. So
Yeah.
you said one more time, where can we find you on socials?
At Wixx _ Mangutha on all social media platforms.
Absolutely.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook.
I wish we could extend this conversation. We are time bound. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming.
Thank you for having me. This
I
was
appreciate
so much
it.
fun.
Yeah, we should do more videos dancing, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Wixx, for having, to spend time with us and making time. We wish you the very best of luck in all your endeavors.
Thank you. You too.
Thank
and
you
you
so
look so
much.
young. I don't know if your people know that you're so
I am
young.
18 years, by the way. All right. That's Wixx for you.
Did you know that your grandmother could be jailed for 2 years or pay a fine of 1 million shillings for selling or sharing her indigenous seeds with her neighbor? The Seed and Plant Varieties Act Cap 326 criminalizes farmers for selling, sharing, and exchanging their indigenous seeds. But farmers are now fighting back. These punitive seed laws give big multinationals the leeway to pirate local resources, but farmers who produce 80% of the food consumed in Kenya are punished by law for sharing their seeds.